Testing, testing, 1 2 1 2, testing, testing. Hey yo, bruh. Turn the effing mic on! Now that's more like it.
She say, do you love me? I tell her only partly. I only love my bed and my mom. I'm sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen, I had to tell that to Mariah Carey after she got rid of Nick Cannon. What is going on? I am the Podfather, Philip Antoine, and I am turning the effing mic on one more time. I'm joined by my handy sidekick, Christian. Shinguards.
What to do? My name is Shinguards, the Guardians of the Galaxy, my bad.
Yes, the athletic wear that guards your tibia.
Yes,
Ladies
sir.
and gentlemen, you can tell by the name of this one. Oh my god, the ice exploded. Damn it, Shinguards.
I'm sorry.
Holy chalup is Batman. That's exactly what we're talking about. We're talking about Batman, the Caped Crusader, the Vigilante, the Dark Knight. Alright, the man who
detective.
wears underwear outside of his trunks.
That's Superman.
That's Batman too.
Yeah, but Superman, they mostly focus Superman on that one because Batman's too cool to joke about.
True.
He's the greatest detective.
I mean, Batman, I grew up with it, you know, my favorite superhero. Possibly, I think he's the greatest superhero of all time. There have been so many incarnations of him. He's lasted, you know. He's one of those superheroes that will always have longevity. Shout out to my boy Bob Kane, who created my boy back in I think it was the 1940s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, 1934. Yeah, around there.
Yeah, I know there was like a series before the Adam West one in the late 1940s. Yeah, so shout out Bob Kane creating this amazing character. But let's start out with this. How'd you find out about Batman? What got you into the guy?
I always was interested in superheroes because, like, in my country, I'm Peruvian. I'm from South America.
How they doing in the World Cup?
Shut up. Really had to bring that up? Forget you.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah.
Damn it, he threw me off. Anyways, I used to always like go to this like computer place. I don't know what it's called I don't know how to say it in English, but like they have different computers and you have to pay to be on the computer for like maybe like $20 an hour or whatever the heck. And we used to play games like Super Mario and stuff like that, and they had like Spider-Man games and Batman games, and I was like, oh, Batman's cool. So, you know, that's how I got into superheroes in the first place, and now I'm a big comic book aficionado, a big fan of the superhero genre, and yeah, I love it. That's how I got into Batman, because of a computer game.
Yeah. I mean, I think for me, the animated series from back in the 90s, that's what I started watching, because, I mean, before, like, I discovered wrestling, like, superheroes, I was in. I was all in, you know, I was in pretty deep. I loved the animated series. And then I discovered the Michael Keaton Batman, the first one back in '89.
1989.
Yeah, I discovered that, and my mom had bought me the DVD. I ran it into the ground. I literally watched it every single day.
Yeah.
And then I was up late one night. It was like a Friday night. It was like 12 something in the morning, and TV Land, and they had Batman, the Adam West Batman, and I discovered that, and I loved it. I mean, when I tell you I was a Batman fan, I had almost every Batman action figure imaginable. I had multiple Batmobiles. I had a couple Robins. I had Mr. Freeze, Poison Ivy.
Did you have the
Joker?
The shark repellent?
No, I didn't. I didn't have the sharp repellent. Yeah, I had Batman pajamas with the cape. Like I was all in. I remember Toys R Us. R.I.P. Toys R Us.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
Man, gone too soon.
I know, gone too soon. I mean, they took XXX and Tashion, which was good. They could have took like Lil Uzi Vert to save Toys R Us. But,
apparently, I just read this today. The guy that did the famous Nickelodeon passed away today.
Oh my! R.I.P. to the guy who did that amazing jingle.
Yeah.
One of the greatest jingles of all time, hands down.
No doubt, yeah.
Yeah, but going back to the whole Toys R Us Batman thing, I remember they used to have the cowl, the headpiece. And it was the Michael Keaton one, and it was about like maybe $60 or $70. I wanted it so bad, and my mom said no. And I'm still till this day, I'm like, I should have had it. I should have had that cowl.
You're old now. You can buy yourself one.
I mean, you know, I spend money on other things like wrestling tickets and whatnot.
Hey, I spent almost $400 to meet Stan Lee, and it was worth it. Worth every penny.
It's very true. It's very true. So, but yeah, I mean, getting back to the whole Batman thing, I have another guest on this podcast right now. You people may remember Sean Tyner. Sean Tyner, how's it going?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm big dogging, as always.
I got a funny little story about Batman, actually.
Tell me.
So, my dad's a plumber, and he's inside of this.
You the son of a plumber now.
I am the son of a plumber.
All right, just like my boy Death the Rules.
So my dad was in Alamo, in like the rich part of the Bay Area, and so he's up there in this like $4 or $5 million house, and he's changing the water heater. And my dad's
$1 million house is basic ass cars.
exactly.
Oh,
So my dad's trying to find a water heater, right? So he's going through the house trying to find this water heater, and the guy takes him down into this basement. Okay? So my dad's going down into this basement, and then there's stuff hanging from the ceiling. And then he sees this big, huge statue, and it's a Batman. The dude had a Batman cave inside of his house.
I'd love to have a bat cave. I'd love all of that. Everything about it. It all sounds dastardly. Goddammit. So, but yeah, I mean, what's your favorite Batman movie?
Gotta be the 1981. Like, I'm tied between the 1989 Michael Keaton one and the one with Heath Ledger as the Joker because that was a phenomenal performance.
Yeah, I mean, so I guess let's go greatest Batman of all time.
Oh, that's difficult.
I know.
Comedic.
George Clooney.
Like
George Clooney.
we shall not speak of this. No,
No, I mean, Tyner's favorite Batman of all time is Bruce Wayne.
that's mine too. No,
No, but seriously, I mean, Adam West, R.I.P. I mean, when I found out he died, I needed a moment.
Oh yeah,
I needed a moment. I was like, no. Adam West. I mean, I still have the movie from '66 on DVD. That's a collector's item to me. I love it. Like sliding down the poles, you flip the switch, and then they're in the costumes. And I have like a replica of the Batmobile from that era, a little one.
Yeah.
I mean, that was great. But then Michael Keaton,
Michael Keaton.
I don't know. He had kind of a cool, suave badassery to him.
That's how what's it called? That's how they transition from a comedic Batman to a more serious, like badass Batman.
Yeah.
Cause like in the comics he was like badass, but he was also kind of comedic. Like you see Adam West.
Yeah.
You know, he had that swap, but he was also like what's it called? Also with the the shark repellent and you know. What other, there was some ridiculous ones that
there was some like the pals and the bangs.
Yeah.
And, I remember
Toledo Batman.
And then in the movie he was trying to get rid of the bomb, and he was like, some days you just can't get rid of a bomb. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
That Batman costume was actually kind of cool. I love vintage stuff like that. And then Val Kilmer's Batman, he was kind of he wanted romance, but he didn't want to do it because he's Batman.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really see a romantic.
Was that the one with the bat nipples?
No, that's George Clooney.
George Clooney was the one with the bat nipples. Oh,
you know, Marlon Wayans was supposed to play what's it called, Robin in that movie, in the Batman and Robin he was supposed to play Robin, but they didn't give it to him.
Marlon Wayans.
Honestly, he dodged the bullet there because that was the worst Batman film.
Oh my, that's hilarious to me. That would have been like Chris Tucker being Robin or something. Just hilarious.
Come on, man! Come on!
Batman, come on, man! He's ready, man! No, but yeah, Val Kilmer's was cool. George Clooney, as a kid, I loved it, but like I watched it again recently, like a year and a half ago.
It's unwatchable.
God, it was like, oh my goodness.
It's like me trying to watch.
Shout out Uma Thurman, Poison Ivy.
Poison Ivy.
Greatest Poison Ivy of all time.
The only Poison
exactly,
Ivy.
Yeah. Alicia Silverstone, chick from Clueless, was Batgirl. So it was like, what?
I feel like they just
and that one they really messed up the storyline because Barbara, she's supposed to be Commissioner Gordon's daughter, and then in that one she was Alfred's niece.
They honestly, DC has kind of like a run of messing up stuff. Like the Catwoman movie. I forgot that wasn't Selena Kyle. Selena Kyle is the original Catwoman in the comic.
Shout out oh my God, Michelle Pfeiffer.
Oh yes, yeah. That's a Catwoman.
We're gonna get into like villains and stuff like that. But I think my favorite, it's for a sentimental reason, Adam West. But like for like storyline purpose, I'm gonna go Michael Keaton.
Yeah, I same way. I feel because like Christian Bale's cool. I don't know. I think he overacted the voice with the Batman. I'm not wearing hockey pants. So I thought that was like too. And the what's it called, the new one with Ben Affleck. I'm actually I was surprised that how well he did. He what I liked is that he used like a machine to mask his voice.
Really?
Cause like you gotta realize you can't always be like I'm Batman all the time. You're gonna ruin your voice, and people are gonna be like, "Oh, why do you talk raspy?" It's like, "Oh, I've been doing."
Tell
this.
that to Macho Man Randy Savage.
Oh, but that's Macho Man. That's different. He's not Batman. He's Macho Man.
Oh yeah. No, but I think let's move on to. Was Chris O'Donnell? Was he the only no.
Jim Carrey.
No, not Jim. I'm talking about for the Robin character. It was Chris O'Donnell with the two Batman movies with Kimmer and Clooney, and then it was Burt Ward.
Yeah, Burt Ward.
In the '60s.
The original, the OG Robin.
The OG Robin.
Yeah.
the trunks and no tights wearing Robin.
Holy smokes, Batman!
Holy Toledo, Batman!
Yeah, and there's gonna be a new Robin, but it's not gonna be with Batman. It's gonna be for the Titans TV series that DC
Teen
wants
Titans.
Yeah, Titans wants to release a TV series, a live-action TV series.
So, who out of the two is your favorite Robin?
Burt Ward.
Burt Ward, yeah.
Come on, you can't replace that. Like
Chris O'Donnell. I mean,
holy chimichangas,
Chris
Batman!
O'Donnell's Robin, he had it rough, man.
No,
Watched his parents and his brother die. Tried to kill Toothface. Tommy Lee Jones, greatest Toothface of all time. Yeah, but it's like, wow, that's interesting. And I guess we can move on to villains. Like, obviously, we'll have to start off with the Joker.
Yeah.
Who I think is the greatest supervillain ever. Like, he has long.
I feel like one of the greatest because there's other ones that can also be on his level.
Because, you look at every incarnation of him. The true clown prince of crime, Cesar Romero, R.I.P., the original Joker.
He's the clown part.
Yeah, he played that perfectly. The gangster and Jack Nicholson played awesome.
And Heath Ledger was the maniac. He was a maniac.
I know there were two maniacs. Mark Hamill.
Okay. Oh well, yeah, Mark Hamill.
I mean, and then the Heath Ledger. Heath Ledger. He did an amazing job. No, don't get me wrong. Heath Ledger was sadistic. He was truly crazy and twisted.
Well, do you know what he did before he started actually going into the movies?
Well,
he locked himself. He put himself into a hotel room and actually started making the videos that were for the movies inside of his hotel room and practically just drove himself insane.
Yeah. I think I heard about that.
Because he wanted to get into his role. So
I mean, yeah, no. A lot of people try to get into roles and then they have a problem getting out of them when they're on set out not filming or whatever.
Yeah.
No, I heard Jim Carrey had that problem when he was playing Andy Kaufman in that one movie.
Oh yeah, in the special ed one.
I don't even remember what the name of that was, or even James Franco when he played Tommy Wiseau in the Room biopic type deal, The Disaster Artist. But going back to that, I mean Heath Ledger, it was great. It was a new twist on the Joker. I have a Heath Ledger inspired poster in my room. It's of Albert Einstein and the Heath Ledger Joker get up, and it's instead of why so serious, it's why so genius. So that's kind of my homage to him. But I mean, Mark Hamill's Joker. That's the one. That's the voice I remember as a kid. That's the one I grew up with. I mean, the guy who played Luke Skywalker had this voice for it. I mean, he was the true psychotic version, and I remember that laugh as a kid. I tried to do that laugh as a child. I don't think I can do it anymore. I don't think I can laugh like a maniac anymore. Yeah, but it was just something truly interesting. Now, Christian, give me your spin on Heath Ledger's Joker. I just gave mine.
What do you mean?
Your spin, what he brought to the character.
He brought a sense of I feel like
lunacy.
Lunacy. But I feel like in a way he also brought a little. You gotta think it's weird, but he brought a little humanity to the character, because the character overall is crazy, but you can see he gave feeling. He had a purpose. Like the line when he's like, my father was a drunk and a fiend. So it was he's talking about his past, so it gave him more humanity. Because the Joker you see in the comics and the Joker you see in the animated movies, animated show and movies, he's just a he's just a clown. He's more than a clown, but he's just a clown that wants to get revenge of Batman because he likes it. And there's actually a comic storyline that he actually manages to kill the Batman.
I want you to feel it. Shout out Mark Hamill. I mean, that Joker laugh.
Mark Hamill is not. No, what's it called? Not only is he Luke Skywalker, but he's also the Joker.
Yeah, I threw that out there. I mean, that's the laugh I remember as a kid. That like that's psychotic, twisted laugh. I enjoyed that. But it meant something. It really truly did. So I mean, if you want to go for Jokers, you got Cesar Romero, you got Ledger, you got Hamill. Who's next, man? Like who do you think is the? Oh, there was a
Jared Leto.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna talk about that.
I didn't feel it. So out of the three that we like, who are you going for?
Heath Ledger,
Heath Ledger,
because he's iconic.
I might have to go Mark Hamill, man. I don't know.
Oh my bad, Mark Hamill. I'm sorry, I'm spacing out to work. Mark Hamill. Mark Hamill's iconic.
Mark Hamill, that's the one for me.
Yeah.
The Riddler. There were two: Jim Carrey and Frank Gordon from the original series.
Mm-hmm. I gotta go Frank Gordon on that one. Actually.
Really?
I feel like Jim Carrey, he's great.
But I mean, Jim Carrey did that when he was in his prime.
Yeah, but he overdid it. It's good.
He did.
You gotta realize that. What's it called?
Edward Nigma.
Like. The Riddler's supposed to be like somewhat of a smooth character that knows what that gets into like people's minds.
Yeah, I mean, the Riddler. I really enjoyed the whole Riddler character. The thought of riddles and outsmarting your enemies, so to speak.
But I think what Jim Carrey actually brought to it was like he's more of like the jokester, though. You know.
Jim Carrey should have been the Joker then. You know.
Exactly.
Like
I always think of his performance in The Mask.
Yeah.
Man, I think he overdid that one too.
Jim Carrey just overdid a lot. Jim Carrey lost his mind.
Jim Carrey did lose his mind.
Like I don't know. Does he still make movies? I don't think so.
I don't know. Does he still do stand up?
I don't believe so. We're talking about how what's his face? Jim Carrey lost his mind.
Oh yeah, I don't think he does stand up
I
anymore.
don't think he does anything anymore.
No, actually, he's gonna play Mr. Robotnik in the Sonic movie.
Oh really?
Or Eggman, Robotnik or Eggman.
Oh yeah. I mean, Jim Carrey. You know, he had a decent run. You know, he was with the what's her
It's party time. PART. Why?
What's her name?
Because I gotta.
He was with Jenny McCarthy, chick who posed for Playboy, and she looked mighty nice while doing it. Shout out to her. No, but
not as nice as Kelly though. So nice she named it twice.
Yes, exactly. No, but I think I'm gonna go Frank Gordon from the original series. I mean, his Joker, it was cool. It was calm. He was goofy at times, and but his riddles they were interesting. I think Jim Carrey's riddles as the Riddler, they were too convoluted and sadistic.
Do you want me to tell you who my favorite person in Batman though is?
Who?
The Penguin.
The Penguin.
It almost kind of reminds me of Shinguards over here.
Oh, boo! He called this man the Penguin. The Penguin.
Boo! What's Cobblepot? I forgot his first name, but I know his last name of the Penguin is Cobblepot.
Yeah, so I mean, there was Danny DeVito as the Penguin, and then the original name is escaping me while I find this man's name.
Honestly, the Penguin was never really one of my, a villain to me because he was kind of goofy.
Really?
Yeah, it's because like I feel like Batman is a really good superhero, but besides the Joker and Poison Ivy, his role gallery is not that
Burgess
great.
Meredith.
There you go.
That was the Penguin in the original series.
But that's just my opinion. Like his role gallery, besides the Joker and possibly Poison Ivy, because I haven't seen a lot of her, is not that great. Like the Riddler and the Penguin, they're cool, but I don't know. I feel like what's it called?
What?
What other villains does he have?
I mean, first off, Danny DeVito or Burgess Meredith for the Penguin.
Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito. Yeah,
he has Man-Bat.
Oh yeah.
That's that. I don't know. I feel like his rogue. Like I said, I'm saying this. I know a third time, but I feel like his rogue gallery, besides the Joker and possibly Poison Ivy, because Catwoman does not count as his villain. She's an anti-hero. She goes both ways.
She goes both ways. Two-Face? I mean, has there been a second one?
No,
Besides Tommy,
yeah, the one in Christian Bale's Batman.
that's true.
What about the anime one?
There was a Two-Face in the animated.
Yeah,
It's because like I feel like
He's
Two-Face
not, like-
is more of a gangster and already another
Yeah.
villain that is a gangster called
No,
the Black Mask.
I mean, Two-Face, he was the district attorney, Harvey Dent. Let's not forget that.
Mm-hmm.
He was,
Oh yeah,
he was the DA, and then the acid was on his face, and
he was drove and
yeah,
was
so
drove mad.
I guess.
Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Singing to Rhino.
yeah. I'm gonna go Tommy Lee Jones for that one. Bane. Bane.
Bane. What's it called?
Let's talk about Batgirl. I mean,
Barbara Gordon.
Barbara Gordon. Shadow Devon Craig in the original one playing her. I might have to go her instead of Alicia Silverstone.
Yeah.
Although Alicia Silverstone, she does look nice. A nice snow bunny derived from the Caucasus Mountains.
Caucasus.
Whoa, hey, whoa! Why are you talking about cock, my guy? Jesus, there's no cockfighting here.
Vinny loves rooster. What?
Oh, what the fuck? He'll never hear this anyway, so it doesn't matter. No, but I mean, Batgirl, she was a very complex character. You know, I feel like she had a crush on the Batman. I feel like she did.
But who wouldn't?
You know, maybe her and Robin were bumping uglies.
Ooh.
You never truly know. You know.
What happens on the set stays on the set.
What happens in the Batcave stays in the Batcave. Yada I mean.
Except terpenes that come back with you.
Wait, what? Jesus, that's stuff I did not need to hear. No, but
But can we just talk about Catwoman for a second?
no, we can talk about Catwoman. I mean, Halle Berry's Catwoman.
Oh my
Greatest
god.
Catwoman of all time.
Oh, that suit though.
Oh my god, that suit was amazing.
Oh.
No,
But her performance was even better.
oh my god, she won a Razzie for that. Which,
Oof.
a Razzie is not good by any means necessary. No, but I mean, Catwoman is such a complex character. I mean, Halle Berry's Catwoman, obviously. The suit is amazing. But I'm talking about, like...
Halle Berry was great as a Catwoman, looking like Catwoman. The movie messed her up.
No, I mean, it didn't, like, hurt her career drastically.
No,
you
it
know?
didn't. The movie just messed Catwoman up for, like... Because, honestly, Catwoman could have been... what's it called? A big thing, and they could have brought her into the Batman movies, but they never did. Well, actually...
I mean, if you want to see a real
did,
performance
they
from
did.
Halle Berry, go watch Monsters Ball. She's getting big dog.
You know,
Alright.
you know, recently in the comics, Catwoman and Batman are getting married?
Did you ever see that show Birds of Prey? It was on, like, in the early 2000s.
Yeah, I heard it was basically, I think, Catwoman and
Batman's daughter, yeah.
Batman's... Oh, Batman...
Catwoman and Batman's daughter, yeah.
I didn't know. I thought Batman only had a son.
She was like a vigilante, so it was... Or she was, like, helping fight crime or something. So it was in... Kick ass.
I only knew
Those movies were funny, dude.
I only knew that Batman had a son, which was Damian Wayne,
Yeah,
the last Robin.
Yeah, so watch that, man. That was a trip. But Catwoman, I mean, you had Eartha Kitt.
Mhm.
You had the woman who played Catwoman in the Batman movie in the '60s. You had Michelle Pfeiffer. You had Halle Berry. I mean, I can't think of any others.
Yeah, I don't. Oh no. What's her name? Damn it, I'm losing. There was one that she played. She was actually in the Christian Bale.
Oh.
Anne Hathaway.
Anne Hathaway was Catwoman.
Yes.
Really?
Anne
The
Hathaway.
girl from the Princess Diaries.
Anne Hathaway.
I'm a fan of Anne Hathaway's work.
I might have to go watch that movie.
I enjoy Anne.
Wear the same suit as Halle Berry.
No, watch Havoc, not Halle Berry, Anne Hathaway movie. You'll see some stuff you'll like. No, but I didn't realize Anne Hathaway played Catwoman, because she has like this sweet, innocent vibe to her. But I didn't realize that. That's very interesting to me.
And she's a princess.
Of course, yes, absolutely. I mean, I think I'm gonna go for as far as Catwoman. I'm not gonna go based on the looks of Halle Berry.
Performance?
Yeah, performance.
That's gotta
Michelle
be
Pfeiffer.
Michelle Pfeiffer. Yeah, I was gonna
Oh
say
my
that.
god, like she was so innocent, then like she fell and she turned kind of psychotic and she had this kind of erotic vibe to her. I'm gonna Farrah Fawcett. Oh Jesus. Farrah Fawcett, that the same day as Michael Jackson. Tragic. But I look at it, yeah, Michelle Pfeiffer, her performance was amazing. She really channeled it, and the way she died, she was kissing that one dude, and then she had the taser, and she tased both of them. It was kind of a crazy way to go out, you know.
Yeah.
So I mean, we've hit like all the main characters, I guess. What about Scarface, man?
What about Scarface?
Was there a Scarf? I mean Scarecrow.
Yeah, Scarecrow.
I don't know why I said Scarface.
And I was like, what about him?
I was thinking Scarecrow.
Scarecrow was they honestly, that would be a really dope character to bring out, but it'd be kind of difficult to do it in the movies.
Yeah. What about the Mad Hatter?
I'm done. That's why I tell you, besides the Joker and Poison Ivy, now that you're mentioning Scarecrow,
Mr. Freeze. Mr. Freeze.
Victor Free.
Victor Freeze. His wife was frozen.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean that was a very interesting character, man.
Arnold really messed it up, to be honest.
Arnold
Too many
Schwarzenegger
puns.
was Mr.
It's
Freeze.
ice to see you. I'm like done.
Oh, the Terminator was Mr. Freeze. That's awesome. Shout out Uma Thurman for being Poison Ivy. Harley Quinn.
Oh well, Harley Quinn is great.
I'll go with the animated series one.
Yeah, well, duh. That's how she. That's where she became. She was never in the people. If you ask someone, what's it called, where Harley Quinn was originated, if they tell you, like, if they say they're a hardcore like fan, and they tell you like they read comics about her and she came from the comics, that's completely wrong. The Harley Quinn came from the animated series. She was supposed to be on one episode just to give a love interest to the Joker.
How'd you go? Keep going.
They were what's it called? They loved her so much that they kept her. And that's what Harley Quinn. Yeah, Harley Quinn wasn't in the comics at first. She was in the animated series.
Oh, dude, what about Killer Croc and Clayface, man? I forgot about those guys.
Killer Croc and Clayface could.
Croc, he reminds me of the lizard dude.
Exactly.
From,
yeah. Exactly.
Spider-Man, like same deal. Mm-hmm. Clayface, that was an interesting one.
What is he? Is he like Sandman?
No.
Yeah, he actually kind of is like.
Yeah, but except he's clay, like Play-Doh. Yeah, that was interesting. I'm looking at this list of characters. Like the Clue Master, I'd never heard of him.
Hush, Black Mask.
Hush was that's interesting.
Deadshot's a good one.
Deadshot is a Hugo Strange. I remember that.
But he's more of a mastermind than he is a
Mad Hatter though.
Oh my god.
That was my guy. The Clock King, Freeze, Black Mask, Deathstroke.
There's also the
Man Bat.
The Calendar Man.
Firefly. I think I remember that in the animated series.
Yeah, Firefly.
I think they did like a one-off with him. Professor Milo, Jason Todd.
Oh yeah, what's it called? Red Hood.
Oh yeah.
The second Robin that died in the hands of the Joker,
okay.
but yeah.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh.
who was the best Alfred?
Michael Caine.
Which one was that?
That was Christian Bale Batman.
I don't know, man. The one from all the. Let me find his name.
I know. I just like how he's like, people just want to watch the world burn. I feel like he convinced good as a British butler because he was British.
I mean, hold on. Let me find the other guy's name.
Just because Siri's British.
Well, in the comics, he's British.
I'm trying to find the guy's name. Keep going.
What's it called? But yeah. I don't know. I feel like.
Is he related to him?
No.
The butler.
No,
he was just there when he grew up.
Yeah, he was the family butler, and then
he took like the caretaker role when his parents died. You know, it's crazy that there's an alternate reality.
Francis Michael Gough, that was him.
Oh, that was the '60s one.
No, not the '60s one. The one from like the Michael Keaton one all the way up until the George Clooney one.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
He was the same. He was the same.
Okay, well
guy.
then I gotta give credit to him.
I gotta give it to him. I mean, he lived quite a life. I mean, November of 1916, and then he died in March of 2011. So he was 94 years old. He was English. You know, he's from England, Wiltshire. Oh, no, very very fancy there. Jesus, this guy was married a lot. 1, 2, like
3 into the
4 marriages, 3 children. Yeah, but he gave the character of Alfred justice. He did it justice.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go with him.
I'm done.
Justice League. Commissioner Gordon. I'm gonna give it to the guy who played it in all the Michael Keaton through George Clooney ones. I'm gonna give that to him. What?
The guy who played it in Christian Bale one actually did look like
No, yeah. I mean, I like that one, but
the one in the Justice League one did not. Honestly, I forgot his name. But he should just stick to being J. Jonah Jameson. He looks more like J. Jonah Jameson than he does
the Daily Bugle.
Yeah,
Daily Bugle, better paper than the Spectator. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Yeah.
No, but what's your favorite Batman vehicle or whatever? Like, is it the Batmobile? Is it the Batplane? Is it the Batcopter? Is it the Batboat?
It's got to be the Batmobile, to be honest.
Okay, but which Batmobile though? I'm gonna go the Adam West one. I don't know, dude. It's
It has
like
a class to it.
it's
It does.
vintage. Like wherever that vehicle is, in like whatever museum, I'd love to go.
This is just a tough one. I never liked the one from the 1981 one. I feel like it was just very inconvenient and too long.
I like the animated series one. I actually have that Batmobile. Yeah, from when it was made in the 90s, I actually have that. That's
and I feel like it's called the one from Christian Bale looks too robotic.
I have that
and
one too.
Weird. That's just me. It looked too
We're
weird.
gonna be collecting all these Batmobiles.
I have some actually at my house.
Man,
It's the difficult thing. I'll probably have to go with the what's it called?
Adam West one.
Yeah.
What's your favorite bat suit? I think I'm about to go the Michael Keaton '89 one. That was nice.
This one's gonna be current.
Really,
It's gonna be current. It's gonna be the one that Ben Affleck has.
dude. What about Batman Beyond?
Oh.
How'd you feel about that whole thing?
Batman Beyond was great.
Old Bruce Wayne, and then you had damn, I don't know the kid's name.
Yeah.
It wasn't Tim Drake. It was
No, it wasn't. No, these guys. What's it called? All the Robins were already old. This guy was super young.
yeah. This was like this was like 2020. No, it was like 2030.
I know his like it
It
was,
was
like,
like way in the future. Batman Beyond.
it was like Max something.
Yeah.
Max something.
It was completely.
But yeah, Batman Beyond was good. I like the movie that they did with when
Wow, this was on for a while.
that
99 to 2001. That's a decent run.
yeah.
It's only 2 years.
But that's a decent run for
That's
a
2
cartoon.
seasons.
Like a lot of stuff. Actually, it had 3 seasons.
SpongeBob?
I mean, we're talking.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
SpongeBob.
I mean,
That's different. Okay.
I'll give you The Simpsons. That's my one.
Running TV show ever?
I feel like SpongeBob came before this. No, I didn't.
Yeah,
I'm
The Simpsons. Terry McGinnis.
Yeah, Terry McGinnis.
That was him.
I like the movie that they did with Tim Drake turning into the Joker for a bit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the Return of the Joker.
That tripped me out, man. I used to have the Tim Drake action figure. I like that Robin suit a lot.
Do you think Ben Affleck could have been the better Joker than he could have been a Batman?
No. Because I feel like he would not know how to play him. Jared Leto has no idea how to play the Joker.
Like, to play the Joker, you gotta tap into some serious, twisted, psychotic shit. Jeez.
Jared Leto was trying to be more of an overacting gangster, or
Yeah.
a gangster with a tick, if in my opinion, because he was like, and his laugh was weird.
Like, if they get, like, a new Joker, like, if they want him to be a gangster, they need to have Jack Nicholson there on set and kind of coach him through it. And if they want him to be a psychopath, they need to have Mark Hamill there, because obviously Heath Ledger can't be there. R.I.P. to the guy.
Just go spend 2 weeks in a hotel?
No,
No,
that's
you-
how Heath Ledger died in the first place.
Yeah.
he was driven insane. That
Yeah.
character is too powerful in a way.
Yeah, man.
But I feel like
Have Mark Hamill there on set, kind of coach him to it.
Jared Leto was not up for a Joker role.
What if they did a live-action Batman Beyond? With, like, Michael Keaton as the old Bruce Wayne? What if they did?
You know who I want to see as a Joker though? Like honestly, if they did like an older Batman, like Batman Returns, or Batman Returns was I think it was a famous storyline. Willem Dafoe.
Oh, the guy who played the Green Goblin in the first Spider-Man. Shout out to Tobey Maguire.
Willem Dafoe, I feel like he would.
Exactly.
The Joker.
Work out.
The Joker, it would work out.
I'd love
It would work out as an older version of the Joker.
I'd love it. That imagine him in that makeup. Just that. I think I'm gonna be the Joker for Halloween. I think I might have to do it.
His what's it called? His portrayal as the Green Goblin was good. And if you like, I'm not really like I haven't watched anime in forever, but they made a live Netflix version of Death Note. Like the movie was not great, but his his voice of the character who's the
Yeah.
portrayal of Death was great.
I think I think William Dafoe was one of those actors or performers where a project can be utter shit, but because of his role, it can be somewhat decent. I think he has that type of talent. You know, his portrayal of the Green Goblin was amazing. I enjoyed it. I loved everything about it.
How do you like the younger kid that was the Green Goblin?
You mean what's
James
it called?
Franco?
James Franco.
I-
The new Goblin, no.
I mean I enjoyed his run, the little stint. It was just one movie, and he was trying to get revenge because his best friend killed. He thought his best friend killed his father, and then he found out that his father actually killed himself trying to kill his best friend. So and then it's a really convoluted storyline.
It
But
was better than the Venom portrayal in that movie.
I don't know, man. That Venom was nice, dude.
The Venom was too skinny, and the guy was too. Cause like you gotta
New
realize.
Spider-Man is terrible.
No, okay, we can argue back and forth on that. to be honest.
That's a separate podcast.
Okay, because
That's a separate podcast.
I'll tell you why he's like more movie. What's it called? Comic accurate, and why he's like Peter Parker and Spider-Man at once.
Okay, what about Aunt Mary?
Oh, but that's
Okay,
different.
we're talking about Batman.
We'll talk about that later.
We'll talk about that later. But I mean, so I think William Dafoe could add something to the Joker character. Actually, you know what? I'd like to see Michael Keaton still doing the whole Batman thing, and then like he comes across.
Michael Keaton cast if they do they do a Batman Beyond.
Yeah, like him be the old Batman.
Yeah.
And then they get a new kid to be Batman Beyond, and then he comes across William Dafoe's Joker. It'd be like the old school meeting the new school. Like I think that'd be interesting.
Yeah.
I think that'd be. Look at me booking the damn territory. Somebody give me a TV pilot for this, man.
And there's also another reason why I'm excited for. This is kind of Batman related, but The Flash is coming out with a movie, the live action movie called Flashpoint, which is what happens when he goes back in time to save his mom, and then sending waves through the timeline, changing everything up. In that timeline, Bruce Wayne's parents doesn't die. They don't die. He does. Like
Jesus.
in that timeline, he gets shot instead of his parents. Oh. And what happens is that it pisses the dad off, and he turns into Batman. Damn it, I forgot his name. It turns the mother insane, and she becomes a Joker. It is weird, but it's an interesting storyline. And that storyline, what's the dad's name? I can't think of it.
Where does the Joker even come from?
The Joker,
he was a gangster.
No, well, the only confirmed, no, I don't think he was a gangster. The only confirmed one they gave it was Under the Red Hood, which was...
No, remember the Jack Nicholson one.
Yeah, but that's not the, from the comics, that's not the actual, there's not a set, what's it called?
We don't know where he really comes from.
But we know that he used to be a magician. Like he used to do parties and stuff like that, and it wasn't turning out for well. And then he met up with two gangsters on a mission, and then what they had him like go try to rob a chemical plant. They didn't tell him. He didn't know, and they put a red hood on him, so he couldn't see. He had like a cape, a red hood, and he had a suit on. And he was like Batman comes in because he thought he was robbing the place. He was like, Batman, thank you. And Batman accidentally pushed him, and he fell into a vat of chemicals, which severely messed up his face. And I feel that's the storyline they're going with the Jared Leto one, because in the movie, in Suicide Squad, Harley Quinn falls into the same vat of chemicals that he did that disfigured him. That's why her skin is white. That's the only storyline we have. That's the only origin story we have of the Joker. No one knows his name.
That's actually very fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
It Batman changed my life, man. It did some good, but then I discovered wrestling, so then it all went to utter poop. I mean, as we wrap it up, are there any final thoughts on this whole Batman thing? What about you, Tyner?
New movie?
New movie? I mean,
Would it do it justice, or
is there a new movie coming out for Batman?
There's a solo Batman movie that's coming out.
Is there really?
Yep. But there's also a solo Joker that's coming out, and that's just not gonna happen.
I don't think I need to.
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why that movie's gonna be trash. I'll tell you why.
Trash.
Because Yeah, sorry, this is just my emphasis thing. There is no origin story for the Joker besides the one I just gave you, and that's lucid. Not a lot of information in there. So what I feel that DC's gonna do
Is ruined.
is they're gonna force an origin story on the character, and that's gonna piss a lot of people off. Because the Joker is supposed to be mysterious. That's what intrigues people, intrigues us. There was like a one where Batman was almost about to find out who the what's it called, who the Joker was, but they didn't let him. They only told him like, it was like, oh, there's three Jokers. That's it. We don't know. But what spilled is that his name starts with J. Not just for Joker. His name starts with J, and someone accidentally spilled his name out in a comic. I forgot which one it was, but I think he shot him. So we know that his name starts with J. We know that what's it called? There's three different Jokers, but besides that, it's lucid. And I feel like if DC tries to make a movie of him, it's just gonna be shit. They're gonna force something on it. They're gonna be like, oh, so his name wasn't. He was successful. This, it doesn't happen. It's like they did that. They're doing that with Gotham, and it was kind of good, but people didn't really like focus on that much because you got to realize the Joker did not come early in Bruce Wayne's life, so that's just completely incorrect through the storyline of Bruce Wayne becoming Batman. They also messed that up because apparently the guy who was doing a good job as the Joker was not the Joker. Apparently his twin brother was, and that just went down the drain. So I feel like if they try to make a Joker movie, it's just gonna be a disaster.
How are they turning that's okay. How are they turning a woman into a Joker based off the mom in the Flashpoint series?
What?
Oh, he's talking about the Flashpoint. How did Martha Wayne become? Seeing her son die in front of her eyes messed her up.
Broke her to the brink of insanity.
Yeah, so she became insane.
Wow. Well, I know these people are going insane, so let's wrap it up. Ladies and gentlemen, I've turned the effing mic on. I'm about to turn it off. This has been a hoot. You know, thank you, Sean Tyner. Thank you, Shinguards, for joining the big dog on this great adventure. I mean, turn the effing mic on. You know, it's a great podcast. Do you agree?
Yeah, no doubt.
What about you? It's a-okay. I mean,
This is where the big boys play, huh?
Kevin Nash, you're damn right. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm turning the effing mic off. I'll see you next time.